You're listening to another episode of the Just Go Bike podcast, powered by RagBrite. This is the award-winning podcast where we are all about the culture of cycling, just for the fun of it. Your hosts are Murph from the Murphology podcast and AP from ParrotTalk. With tales from all over the nation, come for the bikes, stay for the fun, and leave with a smile. And now here is Murph.
Hey, that's me.
And AP.
Hey, that's me. You're listening to the Just Go Bike podcast.
That's AP.
And that's Murph.
And we are recording audio and video today.
And video.
So if you are a YouTube listener, get on over to YouTube and you can watch and listen to us.
That's right. Yeah, so you can see what shirts we're wearing today.
We're not matching.
I know. It's kind of a tragedy.
How did we not plan this?
I tried to mentally communicate with you before the pod about what I was wearing, but...
Especially since I have that shirt and you have this shirt and you have overall, like we could have been completely matching.
Yeah. But.
So should we address the elephant in the room, or dare I say the green alien in the room?
Sure. This is our major award that the social media team won on RagBrite, and I just wanted to show them off a little bit. It's an award that the RagBrite team gives internally within the crew. Last year, the baggage team won it, but this year, the social team won it because we did a really good job at capturing moments during the ride and sharing what RagBrite 52 was all about. So we got to we're the steward of the alien for 1 year.
Yes.
And he lives here with us in ParrotTalk Studios.
Yes, he definitely does.
Yeah.
So we are, what is it? We're in September already. So it's the start of September, and I'm heading out on a bike adventure this weekend. Remember we stayed in Milford?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
so we are going up to Milford. We found a campground. I believe it's called Gull State or Gull something. Gull something. There'll probably be birds there.
Okay, great. Love birds.
So we're gonna start there, and if you look at the Great Lakes of the Okoboji area, there's actually a way to bike a figure 8 around them. So
Okay.
we're gonna do that. I think it's like maybe 60 miles. So we're gonna camp, bike, have fun, explore the area, see the things, and we might be doing part of the RagBrite route because I think from Milford we go north, which means Wahpeton, which also might mean Brown Park.
Oh, are you going to go up to Minnesota again?
Yeah, I know. Is that crazy?
Hooked on Minnesota.
So we'll see. Yeah.
Every time that I have gone to Milford for this RagBrite, we just hosted, I thought, I would love to come back here on vacation. So
that's exactly
you're doing just
what we
that.
did. Yeah. So how about you? Are you still deep in gardening, or what's happening in September in the garden?
It's sort of the tail end of the gardening season. Iowans know that at this point it could frost at any point.
Yeah.
So you kind of have to take what you can get this time of year. But my big harvest right now is pumpkins because I'm not usually a pumpkin farmer, but my aunt gifted me a whole variety of seeds, and I went ahead and planted them all.
Wait, so there are different kinds of pumpkins or just gourds?
They're gourds. We have, 2 kinds of pumpkins and 3 that I would call more of a gourd, a traditional gourd.
Okay.
But they've all had a variety of success throughout the year. We've had bugs, we've had a weed whacker incident, and then the incident when my dog Bart ate a vine of a gourd.
Oh,
I know. He just ate the whole vine.
and I bet he was so proud.
Oh, yeah. And why not just eat the pumpkin or the gourd itself? I don't know. But he loved it. And I had to physically hold him back. He kept going in for more.
Barty boy.
I know. He's a pumpkin lover at heart. So it's hard to hold him back. But yeah, so we've had mixed success, but that's part of gardening. You never know exactly what's going to happen.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. I gave up on gardening because it always looks so beautiful, well manicured. Then pre-ride comes along and all the weeds take over. And then I see one spider or some little creature in the garden and I'm done. I am done. So I just gave up.
It's called cottage gardening when it's messy and there's stuff everywhere. So that's my style as well.
Okay,
but let's get back to cycling.
Okay, yeah. So here we are, first week of September, which means next week is our the Great Iowa Fall Ride, but also Just Go Bike Live.
Yes, that's
So
right.
We should probably talk about it a little bit.
We should talk about it a little bit. So it's kind of what it sounds like, in which we're going to host people here at RAGBRAI HQ. You come on down and for a nice night of listening to people from around the Iowa bike community talk about what they're an expert in. And so it's Friday, September 12th from 6 to 8 p.m. at RAGBRAI headquarters. And that's available. That information is available online if you don't have a pencil handy.
And it's free.
And it's free to attend. So some of the speakers will obviously include us because you can't get us to stop talking.
I mean, we love to talk.
We love to talk. And we'll be talking a little bit about the podcast and what it's like to put on the podcast and anything we have coming up. But then we'll also have some other speakers.
Yeah. And I think we'll have more than 3. But at the time of this recording, I'm going to tell you the 3 that have signed on and are coming for sure. Audrey Wiedemeyer, who runs the Iowa City Bike Library. And I got the chance to go tour that place. I think it was the spring. It's a huge, beautiful facility. It's very obviously bike focused. But in addition to renting out bikes or leasing them, I guess, I don't know, whatever. What do you do with the library? Renting? No.
Check it out.
Checking them out. Yes. Checking out bikes. They also have like classes to help you learn maintenance. They do bike rides. They had, the day I was there, they did a potluck.
Oh, I love it.
It's pretty fun. So they are making the trek from Iowa City to Des Moines to speak a little bit about the nonprofit that they have. Then, of course, Mr. Bike Iowa himself, Scott Sumter, is going to be here.
Yeah.
He is launching the cyclocross season. So hopefully he'll take a little bit of time to talk about that. But he's really here to be able to talk about Travel Iowa, which is a new connection that he's made with that nonprofit. And it's pretty cool. If you saw him on RAGBRAI, he had the Travel Iowa / Bike Iowa trailer. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, it's like a Venn diagram where it says bike on one side and travel on the other side, and Iowa is the middle. So yeah,
exactly.
So he's going to talk about that.
And then our third speaker that we want to share is Scott Matter from the Dream Team. And we've talked about the Dream Team many times. He's been on the podcast for many times, but it's such a cool nonprofit, such a cool organization. And we wanted to have him on to talk about some of the athletes, some of the students who've maybe graduated out of Dream Team or coming back next year, all that good stuff. So
yeah,
we're pretty excited.
We've, like you said, we've featured them a number of times on the pod, and those kids are just so cool.
Yeah.
They're just so full of stories, and they have such a positive attitude. I just love hearing from them. So I can't wait to see what Scott's going to share about the Dream Team.
Yeah. And in addition to that, we'll have some time to walk around, banter, meet other bike-centric people.
Yeah.
And have a beverage or two.
Yeah. And ask any question you like to the speakers within reason.
Yeah.
But,
okay, so let's get to today's episode. It's a special one.
that's right. It's going to be a Parrot Talk about our pet peeves with cycling.
Oh.
So
wait, do you have any?
You're about to find out.
Actually, I already know.
Yeah.
We both had plenty.
I share quite a few of my pet peeves with Murph, as you might imagine.
Yeah.
But just kind of a fun topic today to kind of talk through what we usually talk about what we love about cycling. So now we're going to kind of show the other side.
Yeah. And it's kind of fun. I think it will maybe spark a few pet peeves that you have and you're like, oh, I can't believe they didn't talk about this.
Yeah. I hope it sparks conversation. I hope it gets you thinking and about biking in a time of year when not everyone is. So.
And of course, entertaining, right?
And entertaining. Yes.
All right. Well, let's get to it.
Let's go.
We will be right back.
At First Form, they're more than just supplements. They're built for performance, driven by purpose, and proud to fuel the RAGBRAI journey.
First Form helps real people earn real long-term results on the bike and beyond.
From clean energy to high-protein snacks that actually fuel you, they're here to keep you moving, recovering, and riding strong.
Come find the First Form team out on the route. Let's crush RAGBRAI together.
Now, back to the show.
Well, hey, AP.
Hey, Murph. Welcome.
It's a pet peeve of mine when I don't know if I'm supposed to say, hey, AP, or if you're supposed to say, hey, Murph.
Well, it's a pet peeve of mine when you interrupt me talking. Not really, but this episode is a Parrot Talk.
Hello, Parrot Talk.
And welcome to Parrot Talk. Indeed, we are talking about our pet peeves in cycling today. And, well, gosh, we have a big list. So,
well, should we disclose that we have a big list? We should disclose that we have a few.
All right. And to be truthful, I ride my bike so that I release the worries of my daily life.
Yes.
And I don't think about my pet peeves too often, but it is fun to talk about once in a while.
Yeah. And, hopefully it, like we said in the introduction, like hopefully it just, sparks some conversation if, you and somebody's driving in the car and you're like, what's your pet peeve?
Yeah. Yeah. Because everybody has stuff that bugs them, and especially on a bike, you do have time to think about those little things.
Yeah.
And some of it involves safety and some of it involves etiquette that we all should be maybe paying more attention to. So,
yeah. I just thought of a pet peeve just now that I think is worth bringing up before.
While you were looking at me?
Yes. Oh. I have one bike. I have several bikes that are tubeless, which means, they're like suction cup to your rim and they have the liquid in them and blah, 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 blah. But I have one bike, and on that bike, there's one of the tires that slowly deflates.
Oh.
So if I go 2 or 3 days or 4 days and I go for a bike ride, it's always soft or going towards flat.
Yeah.
I've had it into the bike shop. I've had the valves traded out. I've had the blah, blah, blah. I've dipped it in water and I don't see any bubbles. So it's definitely my own problem. Nobody else's problem. All I have to do is pump a little air in it and then I'm fine.
Yeah.
But it's a pet peeve.
That seems like a good one. That seems like a safety issue. If it became flat quickly. So
yes. And right now it does not go flat quickly.
Very good.
I can have it fully inflated, have a great ride the next day, and then I notice it starts getting squishy.
And I think that's kind of the definition of a pet peeve. It's annoying. It's not necessarily life or death.
Yeah.
It's just something that bugs you.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Speaking of bugs, that's a pet peeve.
Oh. As this little gnat is here in the...
There's a little gnat here in ParrotTalk Studios, and it has been driving us bonkers. But while biking, it's more like a bee in the shirt. Like a bee goes into your jersey.
Yeah.
Or like bugs in your eyes or mouth or,
Sure.
Everyone's like, oh, free protein. But like, truly, do you want to eat a bug? No.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
And are we really talking an amount of protein that's going to make a difference?
Maybe for me. But no, I doubt it. So, I think there have been multiple times on RAGBRAI pre-ride bike rides we've done together when one of us shows up at the end of the ride saying, what is this weird red bump? What is this rash that has become on my arm? And anyone's guess is legit, but that's a pet peeve.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Okay. So, the first official pet peeve that I had written down, besides the fact that my tires that I already spoke about, biggest pet peeve. Now, anybody who rides with me in a group is now going to know, because I've never really talked about it out loud. Half wheeling.
Oh, yes.
Like, do you know what half wheeling is?
Yes, because you complain about it occasionally to me in private.
Okay.
But why don't you explain it for the listener?
Yeah. So nothing makes me crazier than when we're maybe riding in 2 draft lines, right? So 2 rows, when the person next to you just insists on being like 3 or 4 inches in front of where your front tire is. And then if you speed up to get to be the same as them, then they still will half wheel it. Like, come on, man. Let's just ride together.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and that's sort of the reason why you would be in a pace line or a draft line, is so that you could ride together and not, ditch anyone.
Yeah.
So
I'm just always like, come on, Lance, like chill out.
Right.
I actually have said that before. When we were riding across America, I'm sorry, Barry. I'm throwing you under the bus. He's like an ultra. He's done the Ironman many times. He's been to Kona. Blah. He's an amazing athlete. So he probably doesn't know he's doing it.
Yeah.
He's just like looking at his watts and watching his heart rate and knowing that he needs to go faster. And I'm not capable or choosing not to.
Right.
So I'll be like, all right, Lance, you got to slow her down.
Also, I think it's illegal to say the name Lance on any cycling related podcast these days. So like canceled. Pet peeve.
How about I say, all right, relax, super fast cyclist.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
So my other first pet peeve is people playing overly loud music from their bike speakers.
Ooh.
And I do love to listen to music while I bike. That's not what I'm saying. I'm talking about the person who blasts it. And I think you know who I mean.
I definitely know who you mean.
Yeah. So, look, just keep it within a reasonable amount of decibel. I shouldn't be able to be inside of a restaurant and hear your music playing outside.
Yeah.
So,
or when you're stopped, like taking your helmet off and your water bottles are jiggling because the music's so loud.
Yes. And to kind of go along with that, if you are riding somewhere in town and there are children around or public around, maybe just kind of keep an ear out for songs with a lot of curse words.
Oh, sure.
Maybe kind of keep it rated PG.
Yeah.
While you're riding in a public place. Yeah. So.
Okay. How about, if we're talking about noise, how about squeaks on a bike?
I feel like this one is targeted at me because I had a pretty serious squeak on pre-ride.
But sometimes you have squeaks that you don't know where they're coming from.
Yeah, yeah.
I figured out through trial and error that my saddle where it connects was squeaking.
Yes.
Because when I would pump the pedals a little bit harder, it would squeak more. And then when I would coast, it would stop. So I was just sure it was my pedals or my chain or something. And so I can't recall who it was that was like, stand up and pedal, stand up and coast, and we were like, oh, it's my saddle. So, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So my next pet peeve is, well, it's more of a general life pet peeve, but I hate little paper tags on things. I hate tags. I'm forever cutting tags off of gloves or
t-shirts,
clothing tags. Yes. Like the little thing that says what size your shirt is. Luckily on Primal jerseys, that's not really a big deal, but definitely gloves or like sweatbands or other items. I'm always cutting those little boogers off. I want to wear a comfortable garment. I don't want to be scratched by the tag.
Okay. So are you the kind of person that are you just checking right now?
I'm checking for my tag right now. I'm like, oh, I'm good.
I've seen you do this where you get something and the first thing you do is rip the tag out.
Immediate.
So then how do you deal with washing instructions? Do you just wing it?
I wash everything in cold.
Oh my goodness.
Well, look, it is what it is, but those little guys, they bug me. Or if you don't rip them out, what's that tag going to do when you're wearing your shirt when you least expect it? Stick straight up. That's exactly. And I am also that person who'll be like, hey, your tag's sticking up.
And then do you give them a little lesson? If you just rip it out.
Well, if I have scissors,
let me help you.
If I have scissors, I'll offer my services. But yeah, so
I should check right now. Oh, I don't have a tag. I don't think this one comes with a tag.
Probably cut it out of there. So,
oh my gosh, that's awesome.
Yeah, yep.
That's an interesting fun fact about you.
Yeah. Now everyone's gonna be giving me crap about. I shouldn't have admitted that because it really does bother me.
Well, now we know. We know.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So what's your next?
My
pet peeve?
next one. How about the 1 more mile liars? And I think most people mean well when they're like, "Oh, we're almost there. There's only 1 more hill, or it's just around the corner," and then we have to bike another 8, 10, 12, 20 miles. You got to just tell me if we're going 35 miles. Don't tell me we're going 10 and then we stretch it out. Just tell me we're going 35.
Yeah. And I think that's pretty notorious, especially among people who don't really ride a lot. The miles mean less when you're in a car in some ways than when you're in a bike.
Yeah.
So 1 mile, 2 miles, what's the difference when you're driving?
Yeah.
But when you're on a bike, it makes a big difference.
Yeah. And I'm still going to enjoy it.
Well, of course.
Like if we start the ride and you, AP, say, all right, it's 9 miles to our destination, I'll be like, okay, cool. And I'll look at my bike computer and I'll think 9 miles.
Yeah.
But if you say 9 miles and then it's 18, it's just I'm still going to have a blast.
Well, yeah.
But it's just not the same kind of blast.
But I probably would have packed food and water differently.
Yeah.
I might have worn different bike shorts.
Sure.
If we're going 10 versus 18 miles, it makes a difference to me. So yeah, that's legitimate. Kind of goes along with only 1 hill between here and the next town comment.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Yeah, where
just say it.
I know on pre-ride I like to do the hill report, and I do it with extreme caution because that's not something you want to be wrong about. So
right now there's probably people out there saying, well, you guys back in June told us this and that and this about the route. And
Well,
I hope we didn't.
We try to
I
be
hope
as,
we were truthful.
We try to be as close to real as possible, but
Yeah.
you know, everyone's wrong once in a while. So.
Yeah. All right. What's your next one?
Okay. My pet peeve, this is sort of a safety issue, but riders who don't call out hazards or signal their turns is a big pet peeve for me, because nobody likes to be surprised by riding through a pothole. Nobody likes to be surprised with someone veering in front of you when you didn't expect it. It's just common courtesy, and all it takes is calling out, say one thing, or use your hand signals. I just think it's really, really, really important when you're riding in a group, especially if you're doing a pace line or a tight group riding.
Yeah. And of course, RAGBRAI comes to mind because there's so many people out there. But even if you're in a group of 5, if you're the person leading and you see a pothole before the rider, 3 or 4 people behind you sees it, it's just common courtesy.
Oh, yeah. And, it's so easy to catch a wheel in a crack. It could have been prevented with one word, which is crack. And then maybe somebody wouldn't get injured if you say it. So even when I think I'm the last person in a group, I'll still call things out, because sometimes people come up behind you and you don't realize it. So, and I like to be in the habit of it. So,
yeah.
And I also love yelling, but that's sort of beside the point, because if you don't like yelling, you're not confident in calling out things, you can use hand signals. And you can also get a bell and signal with the bell, at least an alert for people.
Oh, yeah.
So, so what's your next pet peeve?
Mine is maybe specific to either new trail users or just people who aren't aware of their surroundings. But it's when you're on a bike trail or a pedestrian trail, I'll say, because obviously people can walk on those trails.
Yeah.
But when they're not mindful that people who are faster than them will be cruising ahead or behind them.
Yeah.
So a great example is, let's say we've got 2 people biking and they stop on the trail instead of getting off into the grass.
Yeah.
And maybe they're making an adjustment on their bike or putting on a jacket or taking off a jacket, but they just aren't mindful of the rest of the people around them.
Yes.
And then sometimes it turns into a safety thing.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, especially on a long straight trail, depth perception can be difficult. So you want to see sort of, you don't want to be just unmoving in the middle of the trail, because people could come and hit you on accident. It's very rude to stop on a trail, period. You can stop on the side of the trail anytime, any day, anything you want with that. But don't stop your bike on the trail unless it's an absolute emergency.
Right. So here's a pet peeve that has to do with this that just happened to me like 3 days ago. Okay. So picture this. You're on a bridge. Okay. There are 2 lanes. So traffic's going one lane, traffic's coming the other way on the other lane. Then also on the same road are 2 lanes for bike lane.
Yeah.
Bicycle lane.
Yeah.
Okay. So traffic's going one way. There's a bike lane next to it. Same thing on the other side.
Gotcha.
Then there's a curb. And then there's the place where people walk.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which is nice and wide. And then the beautiful overlook the bridge onto the river. Okay. Are you picturing
You're painting
it?
a picture. Yes.
Beautiful flowers. There's light poles. It's very scenic.
Sure.
So if I'm on a bike, I should be in my bike lane next to the traffic. And if I'm a pedestrian, I should be walking on the sidewalk.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
So me and my friend are walking on the sidewalk, minding our own business. And there's lots and lots of bikes. And they're all in the bike lane doing their thing. And then here comes a guy on a bike coming the wrong way on the pedestrian walkway.
Wow.
And he's seems like he's a little bit out of sorts that there are pedestrians in his way.
Oh.
And so me being who I am said, hey, buddy, you need to use the bike lane.
Yeah. Yes.
He didn't appreciate that.
Well, he's the one.
Maybe it's not an official rule, but come on, when you have a dedicated bike lane, you should be on the bike lane. So.
It's just easier for everyone.
Yeah. So I probably made that a little bit longer than it needed to be. And I'm sure he's not listening, but come on, buddy.
Come on. I think along with that, people who have dogs on trails. And I'm the biggest dog lover of all time.
Yeah.
Or pretty close to it.
Yeah.
But if you're walking a dog on a trail, you need to be conscious of what's going on around you and make sure that dog does not run dangerously into the stream of
for
traffic.
sure, yeah.
And make sure that they are respectful of the cyclist, because there's nothing scarier than trying to bike by a dog that just darts in front of you, because it could hurt you, it could hurt the dog, could hurt the person walking the dog.
Yeah.
You know, there's just so much potential for injury there. So you just need to be careful. When I first got Bart, that was one of the first things I taught him, was how to walk on a trail, because he's a big dog, so it'd be like hitting a cow. So for his safety and ours, I taught him how to walk on a trail.
Did you teach him how to eat sticks too? Because he does a lot of that.
He learned that himself. So yeah, that's a different pet peeve episode, but how many sticks he eats. But
okay, my last pet peeve that I'm going to share. So I have a little, like a feed bag that sits on the top of my frame, so I can actually unzip it and grab snacks while I'm pedaling. And so I have there are these gel things. They come in a bag. You open the bag and there's, like, let's say 10 in there. So you can just snack when you need one.
oh yeah.
My pet peeve is when I go in for my last one and I've already eaten it.
Oh,
It's gone. The bag is empty.
heartbreaking.
I just want one more, man.
Oh, that truly is a sad tale. Yeah. I think I'm going to go with my last pet peeve of wet bike shorts and wet socks.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wet clothing while cycling. We can say it that way. When it's actively raining, maybe you can kind of get used to it because your whole body is wet. But if just my feet or my butt are wet, nothing worse. And I don't know about you, but I really don't ride with a spare set of bike shorts.
No.
So you're in
right.
for a penny, in for a pound. You know, it's terrible.
Which goes back to my thoughts about the water slides, the slip and slides.
Yeah. Yep.
I can't do wet.
Those slip and slides will stick with you. They really stay with you. So that concludes my pet peeves for today. I have many more.
Or next time you see us, just ask us. I'm sure we have a couple more.
I'm sure I could come up with one.
And I'm guessing you guys out there are like, oh my gosh, why didn't you talk about insert pet peeve?
Yeah. Please let us know in the comments. Give us a chat on the whatever platform you're listening to. There's usually a comment section. So let us know. What are your pet peeves? Maybe we'll do another episode, or maybe it'll bug us the next time it happens to us. So
well, thanks for letting me be on Parrot Talk.
yes, thanks for being here. Thanks for chatting with me today. And if you would like to suggest a topic for a future Parrot Talk or a future Just Go Bike episode, please email us at justgobikepodcast@gmail.com. We've had quite a few suggestions since the ride, but it's going to be a long fall and winter, so keep those suggestions coming. We want to give the listeners what they want to hear. So, justgobikepodcast@gmail.com, or you can get a hold of us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. All right, squawk at you later.
Well, listeners, that is it for today. We want to thank you for tuning in to listen to the Just Go Bike podcast. If you would like to contact Murph and AP with a comment about the podcast, or maybe even you have a topic in mind, you can reach us at justgobikepodcast@gmail.com. Please follow us on Instagram and Facebook, and watch our intros on YouTube. And don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe to this podcast, especially if you're a fan. That is going to do it for this week. Until next time,
Just go bike.
theme song by Ryan Steer, logo by Suzanne Milosevic, produced by Kathy Murphy, social media by Andrea Parrott, intro by Pumpkin. Until next time, just go bike.